Welcome student. This session of accountancy is on debenture. The session will cover the meaning of debenture, its types and the difference between debentures and shares. We all know company raises capital by issue of shares and fulfill the requirement of funds for the company. By issuing of share, company transfers the ownership of the company to the general public. Apart from issue of shares, company may borrow money from the general public to fulfill the requirement of its funds. Usually, to borrow money from public, company issues debenture. Now, what are debentures? Debentures is a written acknowledgement of a debt taken by a company, as these are issued under the seal of the company. So, debentures are debt issued under the seal of the company. Debentures are usually in the form of certificate. A debenture certificate contains the term of repayment of the principal sum at a specified date and terms of payment of interest at a fixed percentage. According to section of the Companies Act 2013, debenture includes debenture stock, bonds and any other security of a company, whether constituting a charge on the asset of the company or not. From definition of debentures, we can chalk out the features of debentures. So, the first feature of a debenture is it is a written acknowledgement of debt taken by the company. The second and the most important feature is it is issued under the common seal of the company. It contains a contract for repayment of the principal sum at a specified date. Now, here I would like to mention one important point. No company is allowed to issue debentures having maturity date of more than 10 years from the date of issue. However, a company engaged in infrastructure project can issue debentures for more than 10 years but not exceeding 30 years. Now let me tell you some more interesting features of debentures. Usually, debentures are issued with a specified rate of interest, which is called coupon rate. A debenture holder receives interest on his debentures at this specified rate, as mentioned in the certificate. Payment of interest is made normally after every 6 months, whether the company makes a profit or not. The second interesting feature of debenture is a debenture is generally secured by a charge on the asset of the company. This means that if a company is unable to repay the debentures as per the terms of issue, the debenture holder can move the court and realize their money by getting the asset of the company sold. The third interesting feature of a debenture is the funds raised by the issue of debentures are of long-term nature, and usually the debentures are repaid after a long period, such as 7 years or 10 years, or as such the loan raised by the issue of debenture is called as loan capital. Now you must be wondering, the company issues shares that is subscribed by the general public and raises fund, and company also issues debentures to raise the fund. So what is the distinction between both of them? Let's understand it. The first distinction is on the basis of the capital and loan. A share is a part of the capital of the company. Therefore, a shareholder is the owner of the company, whereas a debenture is a part of the loan, and therefore the debenture holders are the creditors of the company. The second distinction is between dividend and interest. A shareholder gets dividend from the company. Dividend is paid only when there are profits. The rate of dividend may fluctuate year to year depending upon the profit and the decisions of the directors, whereas a debenture holder gets interest from the company. The rate of interest is fixed and we know that is coupon rate. and it must be paid irrespective of the company making a profit or incurring loss. Third point of difference is on the basis of the voluntary or compulsory redemption. It is at the option of the company to return the amount of shares by buying back its own share, whereas the amount of debentures must be returned according to the terms of issue. In debenture certificate, the terms of issue and the repayment of debentures is mentioned separately. The fourth point of difference is on the basis of priority of payment of principal amount in the event of winding up of the company. As we know, shareholders are the owners of the companies and debenture holders are the creditors of the company. So, debenture holders have the priority in the repayment on the event of winding up of the company. So, in case of winding up, the payment of share capital is made after the payment of debentures. Now, fifth point of difference is on the basis of unsecured or secured. A share is always unsecured, hence they bear more risk, whereas debentures are usually secured on the asset of the company, hence bear little risk. The sixth point of difference is on the basis of the voting right. Since shareholders are the owners of the company, so they have right to participate and vote in the company's meeting. Whereas the debenture holders, since they are creditors, so does not have such right. There is only one situation in which the debenture holders can attend the meeting. Debenture holders can attend only and only those meetings in which decisions are taken which will affect their interest. Only in that case, debenture holders are invited to attend the meeting. Otherwise, debenture holders are at all not invited to attend the annual general meeting of the company or any meeting of the company. Now we will discuss about the kinds of debentures. There are approximately 7 types of debentures that a company may issue. The foremost type is secured or mortgaged debentures. These debentures are those which are secured either on particular asset of the company called fixed charge or on all assets of the company in general called floating charge. Fixed charge denies the company from dealing with mortgaged asset, whereas the floating charge does not prevent the company from using the asset. If the company is unable to repay the debentures on the due date, the debenture holder can realize their money from the asset mortgaged with them. First mortgage debentures are those that have a first claim on the asset charged, and second mortgaged debenture are those having a second claim on the asset charged. In India, debentures have necessarily to be secured. Next type of debenture is unsecured or naked debentures. These debentures are those which are not given any security. The holder of such debentures are treated as unsecured creditors at the time of liquidation of the company. Such debentures are not very common these days, so much so that unless otherwise stated, a debenture is presumed to be secured. The third type is registered debentures. Name and addresses of the holders of such debentures are recorded in a register of the company called Register of Debenture Holders. Such debentures are not freely transferable. The transfer of such debentures requires the execution of a proper transfer deed. Principal amount and interest on such debenture is paid to the person whose name appears in the company's register. Next comes the bearer debentures. Name and addresses of the holders of such debentures are not recorded in the company register, and these debentures are transferable by mere delivery. Payment of principal and interest is made to the bearer of such debenture. Coupons are attached with these debentures and the interest is paid to such person who produces the coupon in the specified bank. Now, redeemable debentures and irredeemable debentures. What are redeemable debentures? Redeemable debentures are those debentures which will be repaid by the company either in lump sum at the end of the specified period or by installment during the lifetime of the company. Most of the debentures are generally of this type. And irredeemable debentures are those debentures which are not repayable by the company during its lifetime. These debentures are repayable only at the time of liquidation of the company. Now, one more type is convertible debentures. Now, what are convertible debentures? Convertible debentures are those debentures which are convertible into equity shares or other securities at a stated rate of exchange, either at the option of debenture holder or at the option of the company after a specified period. When only a part of amount of debenture is convertible into shares, such debentures are called partly convertible debentures. When the full amount of debenture is convertible into shares, such debentures are called fully convertible debentures. Here I would like to tell you that as per SEBI guidelines require that where the conversion is to be made at or after 18 months from the date of allotment, but before 36 months, any conversion in part or whole shall be optional on the part of the debenture holders. Convertible debentures are very popular these days and they provide liquidity, safety, capital appreciation, and assured return to the investors. That was our presentation on debentures. Hope you liked the presentation. For more of our tutorials, visit our website www.tuitiontraffic.com. For more information and any query, write us at tuitiontraffic@gmail.com or contact us on 801 398 2359. Thank you.